I still can't believe the hogwash I just watched. I thought The Weeknd would never have something as bad as The Idol under his belt when it came to acting credits. How wrong I was. His new movie with Jenna Ortega just came out, Hurry Up Tomorrow. It debuted with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a very accurate score. This film is so bad. I cannot even believe they released it. It is truly a film that is meant only for the most diehard Weeknd fans to do their absolute best to cope with and defend. Because there's no one else who's going to watch this and enjoy it, I don't think. Like, I'm not even just trying to be a Scrooge about it. This is just straight up textbook turbo ass. I wrote some notes while watching it. That's how you know it was bad. And I'd like to go over it here. There's going to be spoilers. If you can even spoil something like this. This is like spoiling a pile of dog shit. Like, there's only so much damage you could do to it and so much you could ruin about it. You know what I mean? This film wants so badly to be taken seriously. Like, trying to command the utmost respect. It tries to be artsy. It tries to be pretentious. It tries to deliver creative shots, but it can't do it. It's all so flat. So when it tries to make creative shots or be like cinematography, like try to be interesting from a cinematography standpoint, it just fails. The one shot that it uses like at least 30 times as a way of trying to be a little unique and quirky is it just spins the camera around rapidly really quick. So it'll do like a bunch of 360 hero shots of The Weeknd as he's just like staring at something, like having some kind of stunning revelation, or it'll spin really, really fast and then start blurring the screen. They do that no less than 10-15 times for some of these shots. That is their go-to bread and butter. It's not an interesting shot. It's disorienting. And it doesn't do anything. It's just fucking stupid. But that's really the whole film in a nutshell. Everything about it is stupid while trying to be deep. Anyway, enough foreplay. Let's get into it here. A lot of the film feels like it's just promotional material for The Weeknd's new music. Like, it really feels like a large chunk of this is you're just listening to a Weeknd concert, which is why I said it feels like it's just meant for Weeknd fans and nobody else. Like, they'll probably be happy just to hear the songs and then just defend the movie for that reason alone. I also like some of The Weeknd's music. You know what I don't like? Having my fucking time wasted. If I wanted to watch a Weeknd concert, I'd watch a video of it on YouTube or get tickets to go see it my fucking self. I don't want to sit here and watch a movie that's like a pseudo-intellectual take on Weeknd music. That's not fun. It really felt like it was just an advertisement for his music. So he plays himself. It is a self-insert. And Jenna Ortega plays a troubled fan. So the very first scene, outside of like the introduction, the very first scene is The Weeknd blowing a raspberry at the camera. I'm not kidding. That is actually the first scene. He just goes, and he does that for like actually 3 minutes. Now he's not staring down the pipe here of the camera. He's looking in the mirror doing this. And I understand this is a real vocal warm-up exercise doing that and just that kind of thing. But do you know how fucking dumb that is to start this movie with that? So anyway, he then continues all of his like pre-performance rituals. He's on a tour, so he's about to do a big performance, and he does. He does a whole song, and we get to watch it. Yippee. It is the whole song we watch. And then we get his next performance, and he's really angry about this breakup, so he's leaving an emotionally charged voicemail. He wants to cancel this one because he is not in a state to perform. His voice is all kind of, cattywampus, damaged, and he doesn't want to, like, hurt it further. And he's just really down in the dumps over this breakup. His heart's broken. But his manager, he doesn't let him. He forces him to do it. So he gets himself all hyped up. He gets, alcohol in his system. He gets, ripped and roaring. Leaves another, yelling, angry voicemail. You bitch! You're gonna be forgotten, but I'm a fucking legend. I'm The Weeknd, damn it. And then he goes out there and he eats shit. It is a bad performance. He is off his gourd, out of his mind. And that's when he locks eyes with Jenna Ortega. Now, Jenna Ortega, we saw in a previous scene, light a house on fire and then drive away. We don't know why she did that yet, but that's what we've seen. Now she's at the Weeknd concert. They lock eyes, and they immediately have a spark, a connection. He then storms off the stage because he's just not ready to perform. He's all pissed off at his manager, so he's evacuating. Jenna Ortega, I'm calling her by her actual name because I don't even know what her character's name is in this movie. I don't think they said it. I think he maybe said something that sounded like Annie once, so maybe that's it. I also don't feel like looking it up either. It's just, if you can't even tell me a character's name and make it stick, then something has already gone awry. So Jenna hops the railing and then finds him backstage. They bump into each other. And then he says, do you want to come with me? She says yes. And then they go on a date. They play air hockey and then ride scooters and then go back to his hotel together. It is a really uncomfortable series of scenes because, like, in the car, he's already crying. I shit you not, I feel like The Weeknd made this film just to prove he can cry on camera because in every scene he is tearing up and crying. Like, I can't think of a scene that went by that didn't have him with tears in his fucking eyes, eating some French fries. Like, it is unbelievable how many times he is crying. So he's even crying, like, on this date, and then they eventually go back to his hotel room, and he plays her a song, an unreleased track. He's like, I want to show you this. So he plays a song, and I wrote down some of the lyrics here, at least the ones that I could hear. It goes, trying to fill this hole my father left so no one else abandons me. My mother. I missed some lyrics here or something, but it goes like, Mama, I'm sorry. It says it again, like, Mama, I'm sorry. I hope that I find what I'm looking for. And he plays this whole fucking song, by the way. This movie has such a problem of just dragging these scenes out to an agonizingly long duration that it is so uncomfortable. Like, he plays like a full fucking 4-minute song for her, and then she's tearing up about it too. Like, God. Like, you can get the point across with only like a minute, maybe. You don't need to play the entire discography. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so unnecessarily long. So she starts crying, and then she's trauma dumping about how this song really touched her and like how she can relate to it so strongly because her dad also wasn't there for her and her mother was struggling. So this connection is so powerful. It's such a strong bond. They fuck. And it's a really artsy sex scene. Like, you don't actually see sex, but you see like shapes that resemble something sexual, maybe. I don't know. It's a series of stupid shots. It's like liquid silk moving around. And like, it honestly looked like bowling balls for a little minute there on screen, just like going by. Like, it's a weird scene. But they have sex. And then the next morning, The Weeknd's pretty callous towards her. He's talking about how he needs to go to the next stop on his tour. And she's like, well, take me with you. I want to go to Australia, which is where the next one is. And he's like, no. This was fun, but bye-bye. Godspeed. Good to see you. This was a great time. I don't want anything more with this. And now Jenna Ortega has already received a call from her mother, who is very upset about her burning down the house. And she's already like upset because of that. And then The Weeknd's saying these things, and it hurts her. So she's like, well, you said you needed me last night. You don't ever want me to leave, and now you're leaving. This is ridiculous. And this is what has led to that viral clip that I know is floating around from this film where The Weeknd, in the most unenthusiastic tone ever, goes, shut the fuck up. God, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Like, it's become like a viral clip because he has this rant in the film where it actually sounds like the first take, like the actual line reading that they just said, that's good enough. It is terrible. Like, it is some of the worst acting you'll see on the big screen. I'm shocked that it is in here. So he's doing this rant about like how ridiculous she's being, and she needs to just like keep her mouth shut. Like, this is stupid. We don't even know each other. Maybe I'll call you, but who cares? Boo hoo. Like, oh, now you're all upset. So he's just being a douchebag. And he literally sounds the same way I sound when I get like a bad teammate in Marvel Rivals where I'm a little annoyed. And this is supposed to be like a really emotional scene, but it is comical with how it's delivered. So then after he has this whole rant at her, he then turns his back to leave, and she hits him in the back of the head and knocks him out. It's literally like out of Courage the Cowardly Dog when Muriel hits Eustace with like a fucking frying pan or something. So she now assaults him, knocks him out, and then ties him to the bed. While he's like in this ethereal state after getting a concussion, he like goes to hell. So he's like all alone in this version of the hotel, and he's now like wandering these like catacombs or like this big dark empty tunnel, and then he sees like a woman who's crouched, and then she goes like boo, ooh, and it's a big jump scare moment, and it scares the Weeknd, and it's supposed to startle the audience, and now it becomes like a pseudo horror film. Oh my god, it's so dumb. I can't express to you how stupid it is. Like it really is just, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? And then he like goes to a fire, and then there's like a kid there. I'm assuming it's all supposed to be like very metaphorical and full of symbolism. I'll get into a take I've seen on the film that I think might be what they were going for, but absolutely failed to like deliver. But I'll get to that in a moment. But after he awakes from that like nightmare, he's tied to the bed, and Jenna Ortega wants him to be honest about like what his music means, you know, like he's fucked so many girls, but they're just numbers to him except for this one girl that was really special. So then what she does, this is actually like pivotal to the film, and it goes on for probably close to 25 minutes. It's like the major chunk of the runtime. She goes through like 3 of his songs. One of them is Blinded by the Light. And she just dances to the songs and then gives like a genius lyric breakdown of what it means. So she tries to soul read him, like Blinded by the Light is like your most honest song. It's like a very strong sense, or a very strong look into what you feel. And it's about this one girl who wasn't just a number to you, she was special, but you hurt her. You were toxic to her, and she broke your heart, and now it's breaking you, and you're writing about it in the song, and I can feel it in your music. And she's just like, now be honest with me, and I'll untie you, I'll let you go. You're toxic, right? And he doesn't play ball with it, but he starts crying. And she's like, okay, another song then. She does the same thing. She dances to it for a while. The fucking whole song plays for the most part. Like, it is, the majority of the song plays. It is so unnecessary. So she's dancing to it, and she like breaks down the lyrics again, like, no, it's time to be honest. Maybe you're the toxic person. She's not toxic, right? So she just keeps berating him and like grilling him, going on and on about this. And during this sequence, 3 people left the theater. Over the course of like this, like maybe like 10-minute chunk while she was doing a couple of the songs, 3 separate people walked out of the movie. It's just not a good film. Like, there is nothing here to enjoy. I just wanted to make mention of that. So she continues to go through all of that, and then as she's like, you know, piercing, and it seems like he's about to start being honest with her, his manager shows up. He's banging on the door. He tracked the phone. He knows he's there, and Jenna answers the phone, or answers the door, tries to shoo him away, but he kicks the door in. Then the two get into a big scuffle, and it ends with her stabbing him in the neck, killing him. And then the Weeknd, of course, sees the dead body, and she's covered in blood. So his manager's dead. She killed his manager, and now she's crying again. And the Weeknd's been crying like this whole time, so this is nothing new, but he's also crying. She starts pouring gasoline on him, like we saw in the first scene where she poured gasoline on the house. Now she's doing that to him, and then she's holding the lighter over him, about to light him on fire, killing him. Well, he's closes his eyes, and he's accepting his fate. He's coming to terms with everything, and he breaks out into a song. He breaks out into the I'm Sorry song. It's a song all about apologizing and like trying to be honest. I wrote down a couple of the lyrics here as well. He keeps repeating, "Mama, I'm sorry. Mama, I'm sorry. Now I'll burn for the way I treated you," or something. I didn't write them down verbatim, but it was the most like cringe, like almost fanfic level garbage. He breaks out into this song, and this song is like, it's longer than Freebird. It goes for so long. Sitting there covered in gasoline with her with a lighter over him. He's singing for so long, and it moves her so much, she decides not to light him on fire. She unties him. She lights the bed on fire, lights the whole apartment on fire. The The Weeknd walks out. We don't see Jenna Ortega again. He walks out, and then he's looking at himself in the mirror as he exits the hallway, and he's getting ready for his next performance. The end. Pretty abrupt ending. Roll credits. It sucks. It really sucks. Now, I believe there's supposed to be a deeper message with all of this. I don't think it lands, and I have seen a theory that talks about it that I think is probably the closest we'll get. Jenna Ortega's character, most likely, I would think after watching this, was not a real person. I think it was a manifestation of The Weeknd's feelings about himself with the way that the relationship that actually meant something to him ended. And now Jenna Ortega is here trying to get through to him that he was the reason that the only good thing in his life, like the only positive person and positive relationship that he's ever let in, is now gone. It was him being toxic, and Jenna Ortega was meant to be that force to get it through to him. But she wasn't a real character or anything, and what happened in that hotel room wasn't real, so like the burning of it was like symbolic of him burning it to the ground and moving forward. I think that's probably right, but I also think there is an equal chance that it's not even fucking close, and this film is just surface level. Everything you see is what you get. I think there is a very real chance of that being it too. I feel like this could just be true cope, where people have now written something that can almost make sense in the context of this messy dog shit film. And if I was involved with the writing of this, I would latch on to this theory, because it does fit to a certain extent. There are some inconsistencies and some plot holes if this actually is what they were going for, but it does kind of still fit, and it makes it a little more, like pinky out, artsy. But it doesn't make the movie any better, even if that is what it's actually supposed to mean and represent. It's still a bad film. There is still nothing to like about the film and no reason to care about The Weeknd in the first place in this movie. He's not even really a character. He is actually just performing the vast majority of this movie. He's really not doing anything or getting fleshed out or giving you any reason to get invested in anything you're watching. It's just a waste of time. It is so flat. So I am not surprised this film is getting slammed. It sucks. It is easily the worst film of the year right now. So yeah, I just want to talk about it a bit. That's it. See ya.